Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsy69 and we are back with the Mauschen. Now, I know how I have pronounced that wrong. Mauschen, Mäuschen, I really don't care how it's pronounced. I'm not going to pronounce it correct. I'm English, I don't know much German, so I really don't know how it is pronounced. Now, this is the new tech tree tank in tier 9 for the German heavies, and what a tank it is. Now, in fact, it's got the lowest DPM in tier 9 heavies, 2185. It's got the exactly same gun as the VK, so it's got the same penetration, same alpha, same caliber gun, same shell velocity, etc. But it's got a shorter or less rate of fire with a bit longer reload, like just a tad. So the aim time is slightly better at 2.45, and it's got 8 degrees of gun depression, and it is a tad slower at 25 kilometers per hour, where the VK is 30. So the whole armor is 200, side 155 and the rear 135, and your turret is 240 with the side 160 and the rear 150. So the stats on the armor is very nice, and we're going to show you a couple of games where you can just see how good the armor is. But first up, we have got one of my good friends, one of my best friends in fact, not just in the game, but I meet up with this person regularly, M Taylor. So Mike, and he's gonna have a devastating loss, and I mean it's devastating, and it's because of supremacy. So already they've now caught A, the enemy have caught C, and the enemy are capturing B. M Taylor's already got a kill. There's already 3 tanks down, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. However, they've got 2 tanks down, and 1 more tank is about to go down. Now, he gets an unfortunate bounce on that T69, very unfortunate bounce. But the enemy have got nearly 700 supremacy points, so they need to do something, and they need to do it quick. So he's going to come around the corner, he's going to get a shot into the Ag Tiger, and this is where he needs his team to work together. And to be fair, they're shooting the same target. They are all shooting the Yag Tiger, who has just shot. He's going to get one more shot into him. He leaves him on 72 HP, and then the IS-8 can take him out. So that has helped a little bit. That's took the supremacy points down a little bit, but they still need to do something. The enemy are on 815, 820 supremacy points, so they need to do it quick. And he's going to get the rear of the IS-8, but the AT-15 dies, which pushes the enemy's cap point up even further. And you can see what M Taylor's doing there. He misses. Now that could be a vital miss. That could prove to be a very vital miss. He needed that kill. Now you can see 970 points. He does manage to take out the IS-8, which pushes the cap points down just a little bit, but they're running out of time. They are capturing B. I thought that RHM was going to head towards A, which he should have. So not only did he make one mistake, he's going to make another mistake, and he's going to shoot the Conqueror with HE. Now that was a bad move. So it's now 2 versus 1, 975, 980. There is not much we can do. Now, the RHM missed out on about 400 damage on this tank, which maybe with that little ram there could have done it, but it was a devastating loss. 5,490 damage for M Taylor. He still gets the ace, 1,377 damage XP, and I felt so sorry watching this replay, because he also told me that this was his highest ever damage. He isn't such a great player. He does have loads of aces, which he collects just like me, but he doesn't have high damage games, and he told me that this was in fact his highest ever damage. So unfortunately it wasn't a win to go with that, but he still managed to get the ace. Now moving on, we are going to show again just how strong this tank is. Now, this isn't a full battle. We're just going to fast forward it to bits with the trollness. So we've already about 700 damage. Now, we have 3 tanks in front of us. We have the WZ-120, the RHM, and we have the mod. And you can see there, 2 bounces from 2 tanks. Now we have 1400 block damage. If that would have all penned, no, we're not going to talk that yet. We're going to wait for that. There we go. 1640 damage. Now, if they would have all penned, we would be on 400 HP. We'd only be on 400 HP within the first minute of the game. Up 1800, we get another bounce there, and the WZ-120 pretty much gives up, and he goes to run away. Now we're going to fast forward it again. We get another bounce there from the IS-8, which puts us to 2300 block damage. We're going to face the IS-3. We are now on 79 hit points. We get another block there. The ISU doesn't go for us. He takes out the tank behind, which means the IS-3 is going to reload before the ISU. So we do get the bounce on the IS-3, and now we are going to wiggle. We get the bounce from him, we wiggle the other way, and we get the bounce from the ISU. So in total, we've got 3740 block damage, and that is pretty much all we're going to do. We can't hold out too much longer with a tank in front, tank behind, but we still finish on 5.1k damage that battle, 3700, and this is the reason we've lost. But we're not going to go too much into that. Now, moving on to the next battle. Now, this is a very nice battle. I enjoyed playing this battle. So all of us are in this tight little corner. Literally every single one of us. If you look at the minimap, we are all here. And as it happens, pretty much all the enemy are the other side of this hill. So for me, that is what makes a great battle. It's literally 7 against 7, near enough, and we're poking forward, we are taking damage, they are poking forward, they are taking damage, and this is just a big brawl. Like, big brawl. We take the first tank down, the Foch takes our Indian down, and we're going to angle up as we poke around that corner, and we do get a nice bounce from the glacial. So we're going to back up as there is now 2 tanks pushing up. They don't push too much, which means we can now, again, get in that angling position, and we're going to get another bounce. So 590 block damage so far. And we're going to pretty much we're not taking any damage. Again, there we go. Another 440 block damage, no problem. We're going to set that glacial on fire, and we're going to do nearly 900 damage to him. So 848 damage, I believe. Now, the Foch has pretty much given up. He wants to relocate. He does very well this battle, and I feel quite sorry for him. But he leaves the IS-3 all on his own. But we managed to take out the IS-3. The Foch is taking out our team. It's 2 tanks down. It's, again, as I've said, it's just a brawl. They kill, we kill, they kill, we kill, and it's just a really, really fun, good battle. Now, the T-54 did poke out, which meant I can get a shot into him. The Foch is going to take out another one of our tanks in a minute, but the Centurion decides to start pushing. Now, that was a bad mistake. He's going to go with the rest of his team. He shouldn't go with the rest of his team. He should just sit back, because now all I need to do is, there's like three tanks here. I can aim at any one of them. Now, if he would have stayed back and I aim at this Foch, he could have had the rear of my tank. But unluckily for the Foch here, he's gonna 4k damage. He gets 4 kills. So very unlucky for him. Which just leaves now 2 against 2. And this is what I mean. The whole battle, it's they kill, we kill, they kill, we kill for the whole battle. But that will soon end, because it is now 2 versus this T-54. I've only blocked 930 so far, but I've only gave them the opportunity, and I've only had 1 shot into me. I'm still on 1840 HP. We're going to get now behind this T-54. We're going to load the HE, 550 damage. Now, I don't mind getting a shot in return, because there's really not much this guy can do. He's on 470 HP. So if he would have stayed where he was, we could have got a HE shot into the rear, but he's not. So we get 1 more shot into him. 1200 block damage. We get 5,052, 51,000 credits earned, which really isn't bad. And we finish on a first class. So, not bad at all. 12 shots, 11 out of 11 penned. Didn't get any assistant damage. Now, moving on to our next battle. I have fast forward this because they're literally just us driving up the hill. And we decide, I'm going to wait here because there's no tanks that's been spotted up. So we know that the whole enemy have gone through town. So I decided to wait here and see if they come around the corner, which is exactly what they do. Now, our VK100 01 has only just made it up the hill. And you're going to see it, we're going to get a couple of bounces here. And you just bounce all day long in this tank. I can really see this tank becoming one of my favourite tier 9 heavies, if not the favourite. I have only played it in pretty much in stream that I did last night, and this is where I got all of these battles. I had 3 games previous to the stream, 2 games, sorry, previous to the stream, which I was going to use for videos, but it was like a rush job, and I thought I'd play it in the stream, and I had some really good battles. So I decided to use them for a vid. Not everyone is going to watch the stream back, so I decided to make them into the actual review of the tank. Now, this AMX really hasn't had a good day. He is very low hit points, and we can clear him up just before he goes around the corner. So that's one tank down. And now if you look at the minimap, all of our tanks, all of our team, except for the VK100, is down by the cap area. So we're just going to wait up. We've got shots. We've got plenty of shots. We get that shot on the Panther 2, and now we're going to start pushing. I'm not worried about a Panther 2. He's going to really, really struggle. Now, this tank, it's like a mouse. I think it's actually better than a mouse, much better than a mouse, because it's a mouse in tier 9, which means you're going to see tier 8 battles. And for me, that's just, it's so strong. The armour on this, the gun, the speed ain't too bad for a super heavy like this. It's just absolutely amazing, and I am absolutely loving this tank. I've had like about 11 battles, I think, in stream, and I've averaged 3.4k, I think. I had 3 battles in a row, which is these 3 battles, and it was average 5,000 damage. 3 battles, 5k damage. It was mega easy. But now, we do make a mistake, however. We got the Yag Tiger there, so we do get a shot into him. Now, the T49 is taking his attention, and somehow he gets a bounce. I don't know if he gets a bounce or the Yag Tiger actually missed, but this is where I make the error. I decide to not go for the Yag Tiger and go for the IS-3 instead, which that was a wrong move for me. I should have gone for the Yag Tiger. He's the one with the DPM. He's the one with the great gun, where the IS-3 hasn't got that much going for it, really. We do shoot him. We leave him on just under 500 hit points, which means we went in for the ram, just a little ram, enough to make him a one-shot. That's exactly what we do. So we get rid of him, which now just leaves 3 remaining tanks. The IS-3 is gone, the E75 is gone, just 2 tanks remaining, which I'm now going to focus on this IS-3. The other remaining tank is now going to die, the VK100. We're going to get a shot into the IS-3. We're going to go again for ram, 129 damage ram, but he does take out our T49, which is good for me because it just leaves me for the kill. So, great battle. We only got just under 700 block damage, but we do finish on 5.7k damage, 60,000 credits earned. We get the mastery badge, 1,358 XP, and it was a nice easy battle. That was a very easy battle, like really easy. So that is the Mauschen. Mauschen. I really don't know how it's pronounced, and to be honest, I really don't care. But just before we go, we're going to show you a battle that I had in stream. It is absolutely hilarious, and we're going to focus on the tortoise. So there is nothing special in this game at all. We don't get a mastery. We only literally do like 4k damage or something like that. But it's the tortoise that gets really, really upset. Now, some people might think this is naming and shaming, but for the cusses this guy does, he deserves to be naming and shaming. And he starts cussing because this tank really got on his nerves. He just could not penetrate us, and he was getting really, really wound up. So we're going to get a couple of shots. We get a shot into the E75. He is now a one shot. So we decide we're going to start pushing the hill. Now, we don't want to push too much because the enemy have got 3 TDs. I know where the tortoise is, but there's still 2 remaining TDs, the object 704. The tortoise then pokes and he misses. Now, this is where he starts getting very, very salty. Here we go. F you, mum. Now, he misses a shot. We get a bounce there. And we get a shot into the IS3, leaving him on a one shot, leaving the tortoise on a one shot. So we're going to now just pretty much rush into him. And there we have effing, he spelled it wrong, but effing Mauschen. And you can see he's getting really angry because the armour on this tank is just insane. And he's not going to end there. He's not going to end there. So we decide we're going to push in. We don't care. We're going to let him penetrate us. We are full hit points. There's only 3 tanks. And if you thought he was unhappy already, we've just killed him. So, F you, sister. F you, sister. Now, I actually haven't got a sister, so F you, family. Now he's getting really, really personal. He really isn't happy. Like, he really, really is not happy. And this is what this tank does. Motherfucker. This is what this tank does, Mauschen. It angers people because they just can't penetrate it, or they struggle to penetrate it. So that is pretty much the end of this battle. We're not going to take him out, but just before the battle ends, he couldn't resist on putting just a little middle finger there. So that is it. I just wanted to show that because I thought it was hilarious. So that is it, guys. That is the Mauschen. Very good tank. But for now, I'm EG69, and I'll catch you soon.